Hello everyone and welcome. It's Shanna. So glad you're here today. Now today we are going to be making a glimmer card, and we've got our Betterpress of the month, which you can glimmer, and we're going to do some glimmering. This is called Greetings Maker. And I'm also going to bring in the classic kickers, and I'm going to use the floral and the leafy elements from it. It is the large die of the month. We're going to use that. I've got my glimmer here. It is heating up. I'm going to bring in this speckled prism silver glimmer foil, and we're going to use it for our card. We're going to be making a 5x7. Did I say that already? Anyway, I'll tell you what, it took about everything I could do to get this card together. I have been sick with a fever and in bed for a day or more. Anyway, so I didn't run a video on my channel yesterday because I was too ill to make a video. And today I was still feeling pretty bad. But I got a second wind after a pretty good nap. I've slept, I don't know, a lot. And so I kind of got a second wind. But I will tell you, doing this voiceover, I am worn out and I don't have much of a voice. So I apologize for that. Anyway, I'm going to get this glimmer foil here, and I've got more than I need. And this press plate has got a die that cuts a wide strip, and you can kind of layer all of these sentiments up, and we're going to do that on our card. And we are going to make a birthday card for the best friend ever. And so I'm just going to be doing some glimmering. I will cut and edit so that you don't have to wait for all of these pieces to take the time that they need to glimmer. So basically you get it heated up real good, press that green light, and then the flashing light will flash until it's time to remove. And now we've got the solid light, so we're going to remove. And I did go forward and backward on this. I usually don't do that when I glimmer. I usually do that when I Betterpress, but I don't when I glimmer. But I only had one area that kind of overfoiled, so it didn't turn out too bad. Now I've got 3 different colors here, and we're going to kind of rotate them with our sentiments, and that's kind of what I'm doing. And I'm in between, I am die cutting them out with that die. And I messed this one up, so I'll have to do the to the again, and then we'll have to use some more of this color for the birthday, because I had an order in which I wanted them to go, and my brain's not working because I have a fever and a sore throat. And so I'll just do the best I can. So I've got happy to the best friend ever is what it's gonna say happy birthday to the best friend ever. But anyway, so we're gonna get this laid down on there and get our next piece foiled. Right now I was looking at it trying to figure out, okay, I got them out of order. And here's what I did. I wrote them blue, pink, purple. And I did BPP instead of writing blue, pink, purple. And I just saw the PP and I went purple, purple, or pink, pink, or whatever. And so that messed me up. I should have actually spelled them out because, like I said, my brain's not 100% today. Anyway, so I'm going to get this pretty side to pretty side laid down on here. And I'm trying to make sure I've got enough room between those 2 sentiments that I can get that full die laid in between there so that I can get these nicely die cut out. And so I was just positioning. And the panels are smaller than what they normally would be because I have die cut flowers out of them, because we're going to use the flowers from the classic kickers to additionally adorn this card. So I'm making progress. I'm correcting my error here, and I'm doing the birthday again. And then I think we'll be in order. So I wanted to go darkest to lightest on all 3 of my colors, and so that's basically what my plan was. So we'll get this glimmer out of the way, and I'll get this last piece die cut out, and then we will be ready to start our card. And here I laid it in the wrong direction, so it was tight, but it's going to work. And you guys, look at my hair. I mean, it is a shaggy mess. When you've been laying in bed all day sweating, it's just a rat's nest. Anyway, so I apologize for that, but I guess I should have combed it before I decided to go into the craft room. Anyway, I just felt like, I had a little bit of energy. And I think I probably overshot it. But anyway, we've got happy birthday to the best friend ever. It is bigger than an A2 size when you use 6 of those. And so I'm going to do a 5x7. We're going to bring in one of our embossing folders. I think that was the last embossing folder of the month, which was February. And I'm just going to emboss it just so we have a little detail. I didn't want to bring in another color. We're going to use white and just have a little embossed detail on there. And then we'll get it laid down on our 5x7 card base. And we had a beautiful day. It was 71 degrees. I was in bed most of the day, but when the sun broke out, I thought, I've got to get outside and get some vitamin D. So my husband took a chair and set it out so that I could sit out in the sun on the patio for a little bit, and it was so nice. And so I sat out for a little bit, and then I had to go in and take a nap. And then when I got up, I thought I need to go back out again for a little bit more and get a little bit more of that vitamin D. Now here, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm thinking, I'm going to try and line this up. This is not how you do it. I'm about to show you how to do it. To try and get it even on your card base. So I'm just going to flip it over. We're going to line it up upside down. We're going to put some tape on the back, and then we'll have everything lined up beautifully. So I'm just going to bring in some craft tape and line up my edges and press it down, and we're just going to go panel by panel and just get it laid down on there. And then we'll bring in some foam tape just to really secure it. And this is Spellbinders cardstock, so it is a good quality cardstock, but the foam will help kind of sturdy these strips up on here. And then we'll be able to get it laid down on our card base. It seemed like everything I was doing with this card was wrong, and I kept saying to myself, my brain is not working. I can't think clearly. So I'm sure you guys know how that goes when you're not feeling well. You just can't function. Anyway, so we're going to put some foam tape on the back of this, and we're going to get it laid down. I'll put 3 strips, one on each side and then one down the middle, and it'll be good and firm. And I've got this sweatshirt on, and I've got a t-shirt on underneath it, and it was like too hot, too cold, too hot, too cold. So I kept putting the sweatshirt on, taking the sweatshirt off, anyway. And I kept taking my temperature. It has kind of settled, I think. But I was really having a hard time getting it under 100 degrees. So anyway, but that's my woes. That's what I got going on. Anywho, so I think it's coming together. Now we've got all of these floral bits that I have die cut out in this tray here. And you can see I used the colors of our panels. And I'm getting sit down because at this point I'm like, oh, I need to sit down. And so I'm going to bring in, I had some scrap green, and I mean my craft room is a mess because I've just been not well. And so anything that got done or whatever did not get cleaned up. So I'm just going to take these floral elements and leafy elements, and we're going to get them laid down here as a decorative element on my card. Because if I give this to my best friend, it's certainly going to need some florals on it. So anyway, I'm going to layer these up. I actually cut them out in 2 different colors, not sure where I would layer, I wasn't sure where what color the flower was going to land on. So I wanted some options. And since I've decided to lay it on the blue, I'm going to use the 2 different colors. And I layered it up wrong. I used the wrong one. One has like 3 little humps on it, and one only has 2. And so I pulled it off and got it laid back down on there. And that's what I mean. I just was not in my right mind. Anyway, but so I'm going to use the stems. We'll put a little dot of glue on there, and then we'll get our little flowers on there. And then we're going to get them laid down on our card. And I'll just kind of use up all the floral elements that are in that tray. I get a little carried away and just keep adding, but I think it looks pretty. We're going to have flowers on both sides of our sentiment, and I actually have one left over that I'll put on the inside of the card as well. Trying to add some things to the inside of the card more often than not now, just so that we've got some extra embellishments. So giving it a press. And this sweater that I've got on is my grandkids' sweatshirt. It's got all 5 of their names on there, and I love it. My daughter got it for me, and I just love it. It's one of my favorite things to wear. It's comfy, cozy, And I got my baby's names on there. So just giving this a press down, trying to get stuff not to stick to my fingers because they're covered in glue. We've got these leafy elements we're going to tuck and just lay them down on there, and then we'll add some flowers, and I think it's going to come together. I will link all the products in the description box below. This has been a really fun club month. All of those red, white, and blue cards that I did, the classic kicks that I'm using the floral elements from on this card was super fun. I've already given that card away. That went to my son-in-law for his birthday. The Unstoppable die set, that went to my daughter as an encouragement card. I gave it to her. And then I've got a couple Father's Day cards that I made. So just a super, super set, and thrilled that I was able to give them away already. And I did have another opportunity to give away about 80 cards the other day. So that was super exciting as well. Love that. Because when you make cards every day, you got a lot of cards, especially when I make 2 and 3 at a time. And when I do like a Kinder's card challenge and make 15, wow, you've just added 15 to your stash. So anyway, glad that I could get rid of a bunch. So I'm going to put some foam tape on this flower and just kind of tuck it in. And we've got other flowers over there, and I'm bound, determined to use them. I'm just going to layer them up and just put them on my card base. I am hoping that tomorrow when I wake up that I will be feeling better, because it just stinks being sick on the weekend. I'm telling you. Friday night is normally the night that I have my little grandsons, and because I'm sick, I couldn't have them, so I'm missing them. And then my other grandson has a birthday party tomorrow. I'm hoping, since I've been fever-free for, hopefully it'll be enough time that I'll be able to go to the party. If not, I'll just have to send his gift with Pappy, and maybe I can FaceTime. So anyway, major bummer. And, interestingly enough, I'm usually the one that doesn't get sick. Pat usually picks up all the bugs, and he's the one that generally winds up with the fever and is down and stuff. And generally, I don't, even when he gets it, I generally don't get it. So I don't know, it kind of caught me off guard. Anyway, but he's out gallivanting around, which is good. He's had a very busy schedule. So he hasn't been around for me to infect, I guess. So that's good. Now, my mom did, when I was telling her I was sick as I was coming home, she did get in the house before I got home and laid a plate full of food on the counter for me, so that when I got home, I was wiped out. I left everything in the car. I just walked in the house, grabbed the plate of food, scarfed it down, and then went straight to bed. And I was so thankful for that. And then when Pat eventually got home, he filled me up with a bunch of drinks, so that I had plenty of drinks, liquids and stuff and everything. So I think it turned out really nice. So I hope you like it. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. And I hope to be better soon, and see you soon. Bye-bye.